Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. How you doing? Put out a couple of videos since my last video on this channel, one on the backup channel and one only on alternative channels. But both can be found at hugotalks.com. Subscribe if you want to be updated on all new videos, including the ones that are not posted on here. Now, Ireland. I haven't done many videos about Ireland because, well, they just seem to be in permanent lockdown limbo. The country who have the longest and most restrictive lockdown of all countries in the world. Small and medium-sized businesses going bankrupt left, right and centre, towns going to waste. There's literally nothing going on there but decay. From what I've been told in emails, it's also one of the most compliant countries, much to many people's annoyance, with very few if hardly any protests or kickback from the public. Now yesterday this happened in the Dáil, which is basically Ireland's version of the UK's House of Commons. I don't know. I mean, it's absolutely disgraceful the way the Irish Prime Minister, the Taoiseach, responds to this query. Ireland have reduced cancer services. They have also announced that this will continue it will continue for the rest of this year. And the question that this minister raises in this clip and the response is just, it's just bad. I'm curious, Ireland. Now, this is supposed to be your leader. Is there anyone out there who agrees with this guy? And if so, how do you justify it? It's not possible, is it? It's not possible to justify this man's stance when you look at the numbers and figures that they provide themselves. This is an upside-down world on full display.
Taoiseach, 480 people will get cancer today. Tragically, 24 people are likely to die of cancer today. Late diagnosis, late treatment will lead to radically more advanced cancers coming into the system. And this will lead to greater levels of morbidity and it will lead to greater levels of death. Why have the government reduced cancer services when the need is so important at the moment? And can the government guarantee that full cancer services will return immediately?
Rhetoric extraordinary, you know. I take it Deputy Toby realises we're in a global pandemic. No government has premeditatively decided to reduce cancer services. Get real. I get bloody well realistic now. Excuse me, I shouldn't use the word bloody, but I just think it's a bit much. I just genuinely do think it's a bit much, through the chair. We want to provide the maximum of cancer services. The reason there have been backlogs is because we are in the middle of a global pandemic, which has had a terrible impact on frontline healthcare services. Now, the National Cancer Control Programme have a schedule for the resumption of cancer services, because it's very important. And we want to get back to 100% of 2019 levels. And we're making progress in some respects in doing that. And part of the reason for the very slow reopening announced yesterday was to facilitate a resumption of services in healthcare. So the objective, I mean, we've provided the resourcing, but there have been challenges because of COVID-19. That is obvious. Look, Deborah, I just want to put that out. That's my sense of, if you're entitled to make comments as well, but I just really have to respond. I think fair is fair now here.